On the 22nd of May 2020, we are not going to have just a rather significant new moon, but at the same time, the 22nd of May, it's also going to be the beginning of something very special for you, my gorgeous Aquamarini. In particular, when it comes to the whole new start, the whole new beginning, which is most certainly going to be connected to the actual optimism, to the whole new initiative, but also at the same time it will be rather connected to the moment in time where you're going to realize, like, ooh la la, the actual hard work, the very difficult time that you have been through over the past 4 months in particular are going to be very much so important at this moment in time, because this, my gorgeous Aquamarini, is most certainly going to be the pure, clear and a very powerful reflection of all that, which is at the same time going to bring you the focus that you didn't have in a while. And this is nothing unusual. A lot has been happening in your life, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, but also at the same time lots of things were happening worldwide that affected people in many different ways, of course. But in most of the cases, when it comes to the actual planning system and when it comes to the actual future planning and the things that we look forward to, we had to put a certain stop to it because of this uncertainty. Just like every other sign, you have been affected by it in your own very own way, and you are very spiritual indeed. As I said millions of times, billions of times, you are born an empath, so you're able to feel these things like so much, like in a different way, throughout different aspects of your life, because you can feel things, you can sense things, and sometimes they affect you in many different ways. So that's why the 22nd of May 2020, the 22nd of May is the day of the actual new moon, not in Aquamarini, but this new moon in particular. It's going to have an important reflection on you, which is going to mark the new beginning, and it's going to mark the new start of your life. How I can explain this, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, is something like quite weird and unusual and something quite bizarre. When it comes to your life, it's slowly coming to an end. At the same time, things that you have done in the past that you've blamed yourself, now you will also at the same time, you're going to be able to prove yourself right. Not that you need to prove yourself right, but it's more about the actual balancing between you and other people and things that you have done, and the certain process that you've started. It's going to turn out to be quite optimistic, and it's going to turn out to be quite positive and successful indeed. The 22nd of May is also going to be an amazing moment in time when it comes to some kind of renewation. Something is going to be renewed when it comes to your life, but when it also comes to the certain relationship. On another hand, this is going to make an important beginning when it comes to you finally having a control over a situation. You're about to get a strength, you are about to get a courage, and this courage is also going to reflect on you so beautifully when it comes to you feeling the return of the energy indeed in many different ways. The return of your sacred power, my gorgeous Aquamarini, indeed, because it's all about this courage, determination, energy, and confidence that you are going to feel at the same time. You are most certainly going to hear about a very important accomplishment, which is going to be about two things. This accomplishment is very much so to do with the decision that you made earlier on, but then at the same time, it's just so much so to do with your work, it's so much so to do with your life, it's so much so to do with your security and power, but emotionally, you're reaching a very important time here, and you are going to have an important communication, at the same time. An important communication is going to take place, and it's pretty much needed, so much so. On another hand, the 22nd of May, it's not only about this, what I just said so far, it's also about the fact that you are going to have an important vision. Bear in mind that this is the time of the new moon that is going to reflect on you at the same time. At the time of the new moon, we start new things, we begin things. At the same time, we work with this wonderful flow of energy, with this wonderful karmic flow of energy, and we get rid of things that no longer serve us anymore. So this is an important moment in time when it comes to that. But on another, so you work with it, you will work with it, and you work with it. So with another words, from the 22nd onwards until the end of May, this is an absolutely remarkable time to actually have your own little rituals, to actually try to meditate as much as you can, try to ground yourself, because there are going to be informations and messages that you are going to be getting and receiving throughout. It's an important monumentum that you are going to reach when it comes to your own personal power, but it's a pure reflection of the negative things also that have been going on lately to you in your life. Maybe you were challenged by other people, maybe you had a little bitter experience with certain people in your life. So the bitter experience was, the better it's actually going to be, because you took a lot on and you took a lot certain blame when it comes to you. This is to do with the personal things in life. This is to do with your family. This is to do with the people around you. This is all going to provide an important part of this huge, massive picture. The bottom line is that you are going to have an important vision. This vision is going to be so good, but at the same time, just remember, this vision might not be on the 22nd of May, but it could happen from the 22nd of May onwards. This is in a sacred moment in time where you're going to have the vision, and a vision that you're going to have, it's going to confirm something to you, and you will know exactly what to do when it comes to the certain option, certain point in your life. You're reaching an important stage, but you need to be the one to realize this. You need to be the one who's going to make an important change. You need to be the one who is going to act on this vision by following your own intuition, because I say this because at the same time you will want to do something, you will want to start something, you will want to create something, but there is going to be a little bit of imbalance of energy that is going to make you feel like you're not maybe like good enough. Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Aquamarini. You're amazing people, you're brilliant, you're very powerful, you're very strong in and out. You can feel things like that are beyond this world in so many different ways, but also you can be quite sensitive when it comes to the actual, when you don't understand why people turn out to be in a certain way, when you don't understand why people act in a certain way, maybe you have a certain feelings for them. So all this can kind of confuse you, and all this can kind of prevent you from reaching a clear focus. So just to say to you that you are going to be challenged in a way as well in the period, in the stage from this 22nd of May until the end of that month. So the beginning of this new moon is just going to literally mark an absolutely mind-blowing beginning for you, my gorgeous Aquamarini. You just have to keep going. Any opportunity that comes up, you just go for it, and do not block yourself by thinking, oh no, nothing is going to happen, oh no, I don't know, like, oh no, we are locked down, we are locked out, and things like that. No, baby, no. You do not even go there. When you're listening to this, you just expand your mind. You brought your experiences like this within your mind already. So therefore, you just unlock all the door instead of holding them down and preventing yourself to actually go through them. This is all an important part of our collective consciousness at the same time. You have to understand that you're going to be tested, but most certainly you're going to be absolutely brilliant. You're going to do really well, and you're going to achieve an important progress by the end of the month. This is a very important moment in time when you are also going to reach an important mind-blowing levels of your own spirituality, an important balance of the combination of material and spiritual prosperity. It's also going to set you on the journey, set you on the way, and most certainly just remember, surrender to the divine. My gorgeous Aquamarini, you are going to come across the problem within this stage, within this period, when it comes to making an important decision regarding someone absolutely important in your life. It could be your son, it could be your daughter, it could be a friend, it could be a boyfriend, it could be a girlfriend, whoever it is. You just have to remember to surrender to the divine and listen to your intuition, listen to your subconscious mind. There is a lot that is at the same time going to be revealed to you, my gorgeous Aquamarini. You see, let me just show you this. I just have an urge to shuffle these cards as well. Okay, This is, look at this, my gorgeous Aquarius. Dun, 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 rolling, rolling on the river. Sorry. You see, look, I've got an urge, my gorgeous aquamarini, rolling on the river. Inner peace, my gorgeous aquamarini. This is an oracle card, and it's telling you that you're about to reach an inner peace, which is going to reflect on your consciousness, subconsciousness, on your power, and it's going to enhance you to the best of your abilities. What is going to happen by the end of the month is going to surprise you. The way things are going to unfold by the end of the month is going to be rather mind-blowing for you, but most certainly little white bunny is going to jump very, very far, and little bunny is all about positivity and all about a lot of negativity going away. An important release and adjustment is going to take place, but most certainly a major jump, a massive jump is also going to happen. Massive jump into an unknown situation, massive jump into an unknown dimension, massive jump into a completely different dimension, but most certainly it's going to come from a very, very deep place, very, very strong place, because you are about to have a sacred balance being returned to you, and I'm super delighted for you because it's going to reflect on you so beautifully. You see this? It's all about inspecting things, it's all about being optimistic, and it's all about being as adventurous as possible. There is the return of flexibility, which is also going to help you realize an important stage is about to take place, my gorgeous aquamarini. You just keep going, my babies. You just keep going. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous aquamarini, and it's for May 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous aquamarini, and it's for May 2020, and your number this month is, of course, number 3. Now, number 3, it's all about the progress, but it is going to be connected to the actual surprising situation at the same time. This is an important moment in time, that the whole May, it's going to be the actual, about a certain influence, about a certain influence behind someone who is a very special figure in your life, very special person in your life. It's going to play a major, massive, and absolutely superb role when it comes to the actual motivation. This at the same time is going to enhance you, it's going to enhance your courage, it's going to enhance your power, and it's also going to make you realize something absolutely mind-blowing. It's about to take place. But what you need to remember at the same time, that number 3 also means that you are going to be very much so learning something very special this month. An important learning process is going to be directly responsible for you. Actually, just basically remember to stay committed to the task at hand. It's very important, whatever it happens, to put a personal effort in. It's not like you're not doing this, but I'm just saying that the energy is going to be super vibrant and super powerful when it comes to you explaining yourself, expressing yourself, being very, very powerful in so many different ways. But that means that on another hand, spiritually, you're going to be rather open, and that means that there are going to be lots of other things that are going to be like floating around you literally and trying to take your attention. All what you need to do, and some of them are going gonna be quite weird, you know, but all you need to do is just make sure that you stay committed to the task at hand. This is a very important moment in time, which is most certainly gonna help you realize, you know, what was going on in the last 10 to 11 weeks in your life was actually causing you lots of overburden feeling, and you had a certain excessive pressure as well. Without, maybe you didn't realize, or maybe you did, but there were like excessive pressures that you had, you know, the certain problems come to the surface, and you were also blamed for things that you shouldn't have been blamed for, from the people that they shouldn't have actually blamed you, because they don't have a power to actually blame you. So you had to deal with quite a lot. So it's an important moment in time when it comes to all this pressure, you know, and it's so important to say that what you were going through in the last 10 weeks is slowly coming to an end, you know. It's so significant to say this because it was connected to pressures and overburden feeling, stress, negativity, and maybe like a little bit of anxiety at the same time. So now this is the time of progress, and it's the time of your personal illumination, which is most certainly going to help you realize something quite important about yourself, in particular what you have been in denial about. You're going to need to make an important decision which is going to reflect on you, and it's going to reflect on people around you, but most certainly it's going to be great. There will be quite significant decision you are going to make, my gorgeous Aquamarini, before the end of the month, and that decision is most certainly going to basically take a little time to happen, to unfold. In 26 weeks later, something really important, it's actually going to happen 26 weeks later after you have made this decision in particular. On another hand, there is going to be reward. A special reward is going to be waiting for you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, by the end of this month. So I'm happy for you, because that reward is connected to the time of crisis. It's connected to the time of a little conflict and domination. Who was trying to dominate you a little bit? Who did you have a conflict, you know, within the last couple of months? Who said something to you, but it wasn't really their place or their spot to actually say this to you? Someone really kind of had a little bit of demonic presence, you know, even, but somebody said something to you, like within your circle of people, whether it's the family, whether it's somebody who you know, and that created a certain conflict. But it's in particular when it comes to the domination, there was not much that you could have done about it, and it's also connected to the bizarre and strange news that you had at the same time. So now this is an important moment, because now this situation is going to turn out to be rather beneficial for you, and you are going to be able to prove an important point to yourself and to some other person as well. This is something that is going to be quite significant for you indeed. On another hand, that situation is going to in turn into a moment of you need to make an important judgment, you know. You need to remember that you must not hold any grudges. You need to remember that you must not hold anyone down. Just whatever it happens, your job, my gorgeous Aquamarini, is very important to do this, to remember to forgive and forget. Okay, I know it's easy to say. Your job is, with that person, these people that I've mentioned so far, okay, it's basically any grudges that you could have held, any negativity that you must feel, that you may feel, it needs to go by the end of the month. This is absolutely super important, because it's not about them, but it's about you releasing yourself. You will move on from this negativity, so karmically you're not going to be part of that vicious circle anymore. Because this is something that was keep on repeating, and the way to break this down is just basically to repeat, to actually forgive and forget, and just to move on from that situation. And this is exactly what you are going to do, and this is going to help you karmically like there is no tomorrow, and most certainly it's going to immediately bring you the outcome of the past effort without even realizing. This is going to start this is going to mark an important rebirth when it comes to you, my gorgeous gorgeous aquamarinis. By the end of the month, you're also going to have a quite significant improvement with your own personal development and some kind of promotion. It's also going to take place, but it's something that's going to be required from you to do in order to start changing things around you. And this is to do with the part of your life that you have got complete authority over when it comes to making adjustment. An important adjustment is going to take place, which is going to protect you, and it's going to protect people around you. There is going to be a little difficult situation that you're also going to have with somebody who is like a kind of like a bit of a hidden enemy, you know. Oh, sorry, little bastard is going to have to show their face again. But it's somebody that you know, somebody that has been a part of your life, and somebody who is being like a hidden enemy. And you're absolutely right. All what you have to do is basically just keep going and try to not to go low. You know where you are, you know where you're standing, and just keep on playing the game until you come out of this situation, until you come out of this uncertainty. It is the very long situation that is a very complex on another hand. So this hidden enemy, it's nothing that you are going to be surprised about, but just try to not to kind of blow up like completely if you get agitated by them, because you know you are aware of this person at the same time. Okay, so when it comes to your health, my gorgeous aquamarini, this is an important moment in time to mention that you also have to pay attention to your cold and flu symptoms, because this is something that is going to be that's going to make you quite sensitive. But just to make sure that you understand, you basically take organic acerola cherry powder. I know I said it millions of times. Sorry. Rolling on the river. Rolling on the river. Oh my God! Yeah, just basically, yeah, to make sure you understand, organic acerola cherry powder, 1 liter glass of water in the morning and in the evening before you go to sleep. This is going to replenish vitamin C, and it's natural. Vitamin D is just as important for your immune system and for your bones, which are going to be quite a little bit sensitive, alongside with zinc, because inside your mouth, your gums are going to be rather sensitive. So just avoid horrible fluoride in the toothpaste, avoid horrible fluoride in the mouthwash, and use something natural like a tea tree and aloe vera mouthwash and toothpaste instead of the actual fluoride filled with some horrible fluoride. So without fluoride. And also vitamin C, both vitamin C and zinc are also going to help you with the healing inside your gums as well, which are going to be quite sensitive. And also try to avoid aluminium product, because you're going to be sensitive to aluminium. Try to use like aluminium free deodorants. Very important to know to block your pores this month in particular. And also, if you feel drained and if you feel tired, just get organic spirulina from Hawaii. Organic spirulina from Hawaii is absolutely remarkable when it comes to the loss of energy and things like that. And if you feel a little bit stroppy or a little bit nervous, then basically just make sure that you're taking like a natural form of B vitamins, which are going to help you with the nervous system, and at the same time a little bit sensitive digestion. It's also going to be benefiting quite a lot from the actual B vitamins indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so my gorgeous aquamarini, so now the very first the very first date, my gorgeous aquamarini, is actually going to be Coco is coughing. Coco, you're coughing. He's got like a little bit of a hair stuck, furball, hairball, or whatever they're calling it. Hi, Coco. Yeah, basically now, so I want to recommend you to get this. I know I said this millions of times, but May and June are both both going to be equally important to actually get this and wear Moldavite. It's an important moment in time that you're going through when it comes to changes, when it comes to your personal power, when it comes to your prosperity, when it comes to your spirituality, and when it comes to spiritual growth, because you've been through a lot as well, a lot, but by the end of this month, you know, the things are going to start slowly changing for you. But this is very important time now to try to focus on things around you and try to focus on every problem that you come across, because every single problem is also going to become it's going to begin the certain unfoldment, which is going to bring your focus towards the situation that you wouldn't normally have. And this happens when you go through your spiritual progress, your spiritual growth. You know, that's why I'm highly suggesting you to get like a Moldavite, an important crystal, which is going to help with the communication, but it's going to protect you, it's going to guide you at the same time, and it's brilliant when it comes to security and the personal security at the same time. This Moldavite comes with a sterling silver around, wrapped around, and it comes with a sterling silver chain. And to buy this, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Indeed, the very first date that is going to be important, it will be the 3rd of May. The 3rd of May, it's going to make you feel really good about a certain responsibility that you're going to have here. It's going to become highlighted, but this is really good because it's at the same time going to bring you so much life. At the same time, it's going to bring the certain persistence, and it's at the same time going to bring this wonderful feeling that you are very much so able, so beautifully to conclude tasks. This in itself, it's going to rejuvenate you, and it's going to be followed by the actual recognition. The fact that you're going to be recognized on the 3rd of May, this is going to be so deep for you, so important, so personal, both spiritual and in so many different ways. You're going to be able to reflect yourself and enjoy yourself. You know, you're just going to be like, oh, thank you, God. You know, it's going to be like that. But it's important because it's going to bring you the honor, and you will know, my gorgeous Aquamarini, that the 3rd of May, it's already going to start the certain process, and you will know, you will be able to feel it through all sorts of spiritual and psychic pathways that you are in for an ultimate change. And you are going to have a very unusual sign at the same time, very unusual sign on the 3rd and 4th of May, that you are in for a very, very ultimate change. And it's so important because it's going to make you feel happy, it's going to show how capable you are, it's going to show you the new capability for you as well. But most certainly is the reward from hard work, success, and admiration, my gorgeous babies. Admirations from others, bless your heart, it's going to mean to you so much. This is all about the departure, a journey, but at the same time it's about the advancement into an unknown, because it's connected to the wish and to something that you wanted to allow, something that you wanted to happen, something that you wanted to start, something that you wanted to begin. And this is pretty much so good day, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, because you will know it's about prosperity and well-being, but most certainly it's about security, comfort, and luxury at the same time. The second date, my gorgeous Aquamarini, Aquarius, when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, the truth will guide all the planets, and this is about to happen now. Anyway, so it's the 16th of May. 16th of May is the second day that I need you to pay attention. Second date is the 16th of May. Do you know what? This is about a little bastard here. You know, this is about a little snake. Sorry, because it's just somebody. It's not going to be like a complete surprise, but somebody's love for like a money, and somebody's lies and somebody's negativity, and somebody who's using people, somebody who's very miserable, somebody who's very negative, sorry, is just going to confirm this to you. It's a rather devilish person, which is just on one hand going to help you to kind of make an important decision, but on another hand, believe me or not, you are going to be able to protect yourself out of this situation, because look at this, you're going to start thinking in a different way, and you are most certainly going to be dealing with an opportunity that you wouldn't normally have. So therefore, the 16th of May, you're going to have some kind of bastard that is going to kind of show their face, but at the same time, this is going to be quite good for you because there is going to be the certain opportunity, not within this bastard, but it's just a certain thinking process, and the certain thinking pathways are going to put you towards this situation, because it's going to cause a little bit of confusion, a little bit of emotional confusion, but most certainly it's going to help you realize the opportunity that is going to help you so much to realize that you were kind of restrained, that you were frequently restrained, and that is most certainly going to set you free. It's going to be quite good, actually. So this is the opportunity that it's going to be connected to this situation that you wouldn't normally have. But it's important when it comes to your own quality of life. It's important to protect yourself from the negativity and negative energy, but even more importantly, to realize what is kind of making you frequently too restrained in your life. And this person is going to be connected to it. And the fact that you are going to have a very strong energy here in particular, when it comes to the combination of material and spiritual prosperity, is just going to set you on the way, set you on the journey beautifully. The third important date, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it's going to be on the 29th and the 30th. The 29th and the 30th of May, there are 2 days here, are going to be equally important. You know why? An important message is going to arrive. An important message is going to arrive. An important message is going to arrive, and you gonna like it, and you gonna like it, because it's about you, because it's about you, and it's about change. Beautiful change that you've been waiting for, beautiful change that you've been hoping for. The 29th and the 30th are going to be very much so connected to the swift activity, sudden progress and movement, speed, beautiful energy, and also, you know, it's the message that you're going to have that is going to confirm all this for you. At the same time, you will know that the results of efforts are nearly due, not quite there yet, but you will just know an important information, my gorgeous Aquamarini, that you didn't have before. And this is why your eyes are going to be like wide open like this. And also, it's going to help you so much, in particular when it comes to the uncertainty over the last 9 weeks, in particular when it comes to the certain unhappiness, maybe a little bit of anxiety, maybe loved ones have been connected to this situation and making this even maybe more negative. There were like other conflicts that have been going on that make this situation even heavier energetically, of course, and it's to do with unsatisfied desires and struggle, you know. And now this is why this is going to be so important, because the outcome of this, what was happening in the last 9 months, is going to be quite good, because it's going to start an important moment when it comes to your own turning point, when it comes to creativity, beginning. And something absolutely remarkable is going to take place here. You know, something is going to happen, and it's going to feel like a little adventure. And that adventure is also going to become an important mind-blowing process, an important start, an important beginning, which is most certainly going to change your life, because it's going to happen in the moment in time when you need it the most. And most certainly it's going to open all sorts of doors, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, indeed. Now, before I go with the first week, I highly recommend you to do this dry sage. Please try to do it you as well at the beginning of May. It's going to help you so much to get rid of the negative energy. You are going to be spiritual throughout this month. There are lots of changes that are going to start happening, which is going to reflect on you in a different way. So therefore it's going to be draining your energy slightly differently, because you're going to be more open spiritually. At the same time, you protect your home, you protect your environment, you have a little saucer, you burn this, go into every single room in the house. I would suggest this at the beginning of May, but you can do it at some point, at any point. But I highly suggest you this, and walk into every single room in the house. Make sure it's smoked, you know, and then open the windows at the end. As the negative energy goes away, as the smoke goes away, the negative energy is also going away. If you feel a little bit tired 2 or 3 days after you've done that, that's actually great, because that means that lots of negative energy was accumulated within you. So you just kind of like by doing this process, you cleanse yourself, and that kind of drain you a little bit for like about a couple of days. So if you feel drained, that's actually quite good, which means that it worked on you. If you would like to buy this dry sage, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, my gorgeous aquamarinis as well. So now the very first part of May is going to bring you an important moment, because you're going to start feeling free. You're going to start feeling the freedom that you didn't feel in a while, and this is going to reflect on you. It's going to start making you feel yourself again, and it's going to start making you feel alive. Although the beginning of May will be a little bit strange and a little bit unusual, in particular when it comes to the first week, you know, the energy will be dragging a little bit, but that doesn't matter when it comes to you and when it comes to your own reflection, because this is going to make you feel very creative, and your intuition is going to actually help you realize the certain hidden agenda. You're going to realize the certain hidden agenda when it comes to your own intuition, and that is going to help you realize something very important when it comes to the certain enslavement, and very important when it comes to the certain conflict and battle. This is connected to it, but most certain it's also at the same time going to help you realize that by the certain moderation, just keep going, and you need to kind of like accept something in order to kind of become the part of the certain challenge. By the time we get to the mid part of May, it's about the challenge that you're going to have. And this, my gorgeous aquamarine, is very important, okay? Because this was like kind of disturbed in the process. Some process that you start that was very important, and the process that you started within the last 21 week, and that process is going to it's very important because it's very challenging. It was very challenging to start with, but something abruptly happened and you kind of moved away from it, whether you realize this or not. So this is an important moment in time, because when we see an unfinished business, it means that it's going to work out really like ooh la la, rolling in the river, rolling on the river, rolling on the river. You see, and this is going to come back. It's going to be challenging as an unfinished business, and you're going to turn this around, and you're going to realize that this is most certainly going to create and start the actual massive, huge, absolutely mind-blowing turning point. It's going to help you to realize something very important around you, and the certain changes that you will want to make and create in your immediate environment. This is just as important, but also someone is going to like really praise you and show you their love, and somebody who means to you so much, and this is going to put such a massive and beautiful smile on your face, because it's going to help you realize that you were doing the right things when it comes to the certain confusion that was going on lately. An important completion, time of completion, is going to happen by the end of May. This is so important because it's to do with your success, and it's to do with the greatest achievement, and you will be able to prove something absolutely remarkable, mind-blowing to yourself. The end of May will be so beautiful, so important, so powerful, so strong, so significant, so absolutely remarkable and illuminated when it comes to you, your own personal situation, your own power, your own illumination, your own strength, and the control over your life. But it's just, this is a very, very personal progress and process that you started not that long ago. The end of May is just going to help you to realize that you are reaching an absolutely remarkable moments of your own spirituality when it comes to your own personal achievement. It's to do with things that you were maybe doing, and maybe other people were saying, no, don't do this, don't go down that road, blah, blah, blah. So it's going to be a lot of these things like mixed into one, and it's going to bring you the whole new promise. It's going to bring you the whole new hope. It's going to help you realize that the bright prospects are most certainly on the horizon when it comes to the end of May. But it's about the efficiency. It's about you sticking to your guns, you know, it's about you sticking to your things that you wanted to do, but most certainly it's about the number one. Number one is your lucky number in the last part of May. I would highly suggest you to write number one in somewhere in your hand throughout the last week of May, because it's at the same time going to help you to connect to this energy. And number one is very strong and it's very powerful. It means that there is an absolutely remarkable start going to happen, which is going to surprise you, because it's going to happen with with such an unfoldment of events, which is going to also start and create the turning point, but it's going to come from you acting in a certain way throughout the situation that completely surprised you in the first place. So this is all about the beginning with unlimited possibility, and I'm so happy for you. Look at this. Pam, 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 success. You see, my babies, it's about the success. Just stay optimistic and stay very, very open-minded. Do not let anyone bring you down. Do not let anyone think you negatively, you know. Just keep going, my gorgeous Aquamarini, because the last part of May is going to be essential for your own success. You know, you see what's saying here, for your own success. You're going to realize how clever you are, but on another hand, you're going to do something even more like quirky, something really quirky, which is going to take you on the whole next level, the whole next stage of your life. As I said, it's to do with the new beginning, and it's also to do with the actual stamina. You know, you're going to be tested a little bit and you're going to surprise yourself, but most certainly this is going to create the greatest awakening that you had in a really long time. The greatest awakening is going to come from the time that you were worrying about something every time before you would go to sleep, or when you would be by yourself. You know, there were certain worries, you know, certain thoughts that you had. This is all going to really have such a wonderful flip-flop moment, which is going to become the greatest time, the greatest moment of awakening, which is going to help you realize that a certain part of your life is slowly coming to an end. So you just cut it out. It's an abandonment going to happen, most certainly. Slight change, but it's beautiful because it's at the same time going to bring you the whole new inspiration and potential that you didn't have before. And that in itself is going to start such an important moment when you're going to feel really overwhelmed with emotions in the best possible way. I really like it because the balance is just going to bring so much excitement to you at the end of May, and it is going to be it's going to mark the return of the progress, the return of energy, the return of your normality in your life at the same time, and that is going to be brilliant, which is also on another hand going to be connected to the good news, very, very interesting and important news you will have at the end of May. I like this indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Aquamarini, 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 Aquamarini. Now I'm going to shuffle this cardini, my gorgeous Aquamarini. I'm going to shuffleini this cardini. I'm going to shuffleini this tarotini cardini, my gorgeous Aquamarini. I'm going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to connect with those of you in relationship. Oh, you see this? I like this because there is going to be quite lots of Vava-Vumish moment in between those of you that are in relationship. May is going to be full of Vava-Vumish moments, okay? Because your partner is going to awake something within you, and you're going to awake something within your partner as well, which is going to reflect on both of you feeling so great. It's going to reflect on both of you feeling so good, but most certainly your partner will do something and you're going to feel so proud, you're going to feel so excited, you're going to feel amazing. So therefore the bottom line is this is going to be great months for the couples as well, but most certainly it is just like your partner is going to have a greatest achievement when it comes to the certain stage of their life, and that is going to reflect, that is going to help to both of you to reflect on the certain problem, but also an important decision you're both going to make, you know, an important decision you're both going to make by the end of this month. But it's so much so to do with your partner is really great about and what you both wanted to do in a really long time. So an important beginning is going to take place. And also, when it comes to quite significant opportunity, there is an opportunity that you're both going to have before the end of the month. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Aquamarini, Aquamarini. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to connect to those of you Aquamarinis that are single and ready to mingle. You see this, you see this, you see this. You've got strength, you've got strength, you've got strength. Now this is important because now it's basically a lot to do with the actual life change the life is going to start changing this month, and that change is going to be good, and it's going to be brilliant, and that change is going to help to all of us, and that change is also going to help us out to kind of come back with come to terms like with the realities, like, but come to terms with the normality. Normality is to do with normality being back, and that normality that is going to be back, it's also slowly going to be back. Slowly, the normality is going to start slowly coming back into our lives, but that normality is also going to be quite important when you make a certain decision by the end of the month. In fact, in between the mid-May and the end of May, it's also going to make you become the part of the certain negotiation. That negotiation that you are going to have, it's going to be connected to this person who is about to walk into your life. There is someone that is about to walk into your life, and that person is going to be connected to the actual opportunity that you are going to have by the end of this month. It's going to be so significant, but it's also going to happen through the change that you didn't expect it when you least expect it. So you're not going to meet the love of your life this month, but as I said, this month is going to be super important when it comes to you turning towards the new stage, new leaf, when it comes to the actual normality, which is most certainly going to make you do an important decision, which is on another hand going to put you in touch with a person who is going to be completely relevant when it comes to you meeting this important person who is about to walk into your life. So it's about the negotiation. So when you have the negotiation, whichever negotiation happens, it could be tiny, it could be little, it could be not really significant, or it could be absolutely massive. This negotiation that you are going to have this month, it's also going to help you realize this is going to be the time when you will know that through this negotiation, when this negotiation comes to an end, there is the love about to enter your life. Okay, so when the certain negotiation comes to an end this month, this is more than just negotiation. This is a lot to do with the karma, with a new stage, with a new opportunity. But you will know that with that, at around that time, this is also going to be marking the beginning when you unlock the door and let someone very, very special in your life. Just remember, Aquamarini, one step at a time. This will happen, but it's just one step at a time. Patience, patience, patience. It's about to happen right now. Okay, my gorgeous Aquamarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous Aquamarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.